My name is Zaira and I'm in TE 150. My background/values come from my Hispanic culture. Both my mom and dad are Mexican. They were both born in Mexico, and I'm from Georgia, making me Mexican American. Since the day I was born, my culture's values were placed upon me. My grandma named me Zaira for only a reason that she knows, but my parents decided I'd have no middle name or take my dad's last name like most people here do. Instead, I have the first part of my dad's last name and then the first part of my mom's last name. So instead of it just being Zaira Mata, it's Zaira Mata Velasquez. Um, my mom didn't take my dad's last name because in her culture, she values her name and doesn't see the need to take her husband's name. In our town, that's kind of how it was. People wouldn't take their husband's last name, they would just keep their own. Being Mexican American, I celebrated things like a quinceañera, which is celebrated on your 15th birthday, and it symbolizes a girl's journey into young womanhood. And we also celebrated the Day of the Dead, which is when we decorate an ofrenda, which is like a stand, and we cover it in flowers and pictures of our loved ones who've passed, and we lay food around it so that when our family members come and visit, they can eat. And we also make food for other people that are coming from the neighborhood. Because I remember my mom telling me on the Day of the Dead, they would also make food for people and open their doors, and everybody from the neighborhood would house hop and have meals with each other and show respect for their past loved ones. I don't remember much from ages 1 through 6 of my education, but I know I moved around sort of a lot. So I went to kindergarten in Oklahoma and then preschool in Mississippi. So I kind of moved back and forth a lot. But I do know that I went to schools that taught me both English and Spanish, so I could be bilingual. My parents didn't know any English. After that, I went to school here in Michigan since first grade. All my classes were very traditional, with the exception of one chemistry class in high school that was basically self-taught, and if we needed help from the teacher, we could go to them, but it was mostly us doing everything. Ever since I was little, my parents always told me school was the most important thing, and that's what they valued the most, that homework always came first and school is number one. And I think they value this in our culture and just like them in general, because some of my family members did not go to college or even finish high school. So my parents want to make sure I receive all the education that I can get so I can succeed. I think it's really important to expose students to different cultures in the classroom so students can have more than one perspective in their minds. And me not having a middle name and having a piece of both my parents' last names has helped me a lot with treating people and students like they're all unique, because they are. So my international friend, her name is Choi, and she's from China. And I met her last year during spring break when we were in a church group together. But we didn't talk that much, so I just reached out to her, and she's going to be my partner. She's willing to. I'm actually planning on taking her to a marching band competition for my high school, because she's never been to one and she wants to know how it's like and how important it is to the high school and the football team that we have a marching band. And then we're planning on just going to get tea or coffee later on so we can talk more about our cultures and what we value the most.